The late 1980s were filled with crimes that still confuse investigators to this day. Cases with no answers, no closure, and mysteries so strange they continue to haunt the world decades later. Today we're counting down the top 5 most mysterious crimes of the late 80s. Cases that remain unsolved and unforgettable. 1. The Silent Twins, June and Jennifer Gibbons. Our first story begins with 2 sisters who lived in complete silence, except with each other. June and Jennifer Gibbons, known as the Silent Twins, grew up in Wales in the late 80s. They refused to speak to anyone, not even their parents or teachers. They communicated only with one another, in a private language no one else could understand. But the mystery gets darker. Throughout their teenage years, the twins became involved in vandalism, arson, and petty crimes. Almost as if their actions were synchronized, they were eventually sent to Broadmoor, a high-security psychiatric hospital. Here's the strange part. Jennifer reportedly said that one of them had to die so the other could live freely. And in 1993, while being transferred, Jennifer suddenly collapsed and died from a mysterious heart condition, with no signs of poison or trauma. To this day, no one knows what truly caused her death, or what the twins were hiding behind their silence. 2. The murder of Tracy Kirkpatrick, 1989. Next, we go to Frederick, Maryland. On March 15th, 1989, 17-year-old Tracy Kirkpatrick was found stabbed to death in the clothing store where she worked. No forced entry, no robbery, no enemies, nothing. The mystery deepens when, months later, a man calling himself Don phoned a private crime hotline. In a chilling, calm voice, he confessed to the murder, giving details that were never released to the public. Police authenticated the voice, but the man was never found. Some believe it was the killer. Others think it was a hoax. But here's the part that haunts investigators. A witness claimed she saw Tracy leaving the store alive moments before her body was found, meaning the timeline doesn't fit any known suspect. Who killed her? Who was the man who called? No one knows, and the case remains unsolved. 3. The Springfield Three, 1989. This is one of the most baffling disappearances in American history. On June 7th, 1989, 3 women vanished from a single home in Springfield, Missouri. Cheryl Levitt, her daughter, Suzanne Streeter, Suzanne's friend, Stacy McFall. There were no signs of struggle, no forced entry, no evidence of a break-in. The only clues were a broken porch light, a strange message on the answering machine, and all the women's purses lined up neatly inside the home. Police believe someone came into the house and convinced all 3 women to leave willingly, or forced them without leaving a trace. Despite thousands of tips, national coverage, and multiple suspects, the 3 women were never seen again. Their disappearance remains one of America's perfect vanishings. 4. The death of Kurt McFall, 1984. Though technically early 80s, this case re-emerged heavily in the late 80s due to new evidence and remains one of the decade's strangest mysteries. 19-year-old Kurt McFall was found dead at the bottom of a cliff in San Francisco in 1984. Officials ruled it an accidental fall, but the circumstances were anything but normal. Kurt had recently become involved with a mysterious medieval fantasy group, one that blurred the line between roleplay and real-life rituals. Members insisted everything was harmless. Kurt's father believed otherwise. His backpack was found far away from the body. His clothes were mysteriously clean, and the terrain where he supposedly fell was so difficult that even experienced climbers struggled to navigate it. Investigators later admitted the case felt wrong, but there was never enough evidence to reopen it. To this day, people question whether Kurt fell or whether he was pushed into something far darker. 5. The murder of Nyleen Marshall, 1983, reignited in late 80s. Our final case began in 1983, but exploded in the late 80s when new clues shocked the nation. 4-year-old Nyleen Marshall vanished while on a family picnic in Montana. Witnesses said she was last seen talking to a man near a creek, and then she was gone. The case went cold until 1986 to 1988, when anonymous letters and phone calls began arriving. The sender claimed he had Nyleen, that he was raising her, and that she was safe. The letters described details only the kidnapper could have known. Even more disturbing, the man sent money to a child safety organization using Nyleen's name. But investigators never found him, and Nyleen was never located. Her disappearance remains one of the U.S.'s most heartbreaking unresolved crimes. The late 80s left behind mysteries that time still hasn't solved, cases filled with fear, confusion, and unanswered questions. Which of these 5 crimes shocked you the most? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more mysterious crime stories, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching. Stay curious and stay safe.